the Price is Right up. I'm sorry. I had jokingly said I was going to call everyone up here like they were on the Price is Right, but I didn't end up doing it. So. Okay, so our first featured reader is Tyler Frederick. Tyler is a spoken word poet from Bloomington, Indiana, who regularly performs at poetry slams and various open mics around the state. He has recently been appointed as treasurer for the Writers Guild of Bloomington, and his work has been published in What's in John's Basement, October Stories, and Reaper. Let's welcome Tyler to the stage.
I gotta stop smiling about that didgeridoo song. There's some sad shit.
Thank you.
Okay. So I'm just gonna read my poems and then toss them on the floor so you know when they're over. Be like, finished. First one's called Virtually. Last time I saw you, you were tiptoeing the edge, surrounded by jump scares and nodding off anyhow. Never could keep your eyes open, little pupils like pinpricks. Couldn't see shit anyway. I always wondered if you had any idea just how fucking close you were to making your dying wish a reality. Hot shot. I took my half out the middle. I'm just so damn tired living on the edge. Never cared for all your riddles. Forgot most of what you said. But I remember how it felt when you claimed you'd never leave me. Right before you fucking fled. Okay, I was greedy, I was needy, I was stuck all in my head. But I was bleeding and you were twisting the knife again and again. And I just leaned right in. Because the pain felt realer than what I used to numb it with. Drank the tainted flavor aid on a fucking empty stomach. She said I'd never know you if I didn't. I don't know how you could ever claim to love me when I fainted to the taste of my own bloody knuckles. And you just said, stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Like you didn't give me the first punch. They won't all be sad, but a lot of them. Metanoia. Anything is better than a life standing still, you said, while spinning out. I really doubt you remembered your pills, but the words spilling out your mouth didn't leave me tongue-tied. It's just, I always forget the word for how it feels when I feel nothing. Not so apathetic, not so melancholy. Sometimes it's just nothing. Fucking nothing. Nothing at all. You still didn't write or call me. I haven't heard a word since I wrote mine. Tried to make it up, no dice, but I still remember your number, even the landline. But look, you took my lifeline. Voice keeps breaking off, just static. I fucking bottomed out, and that was a small crime compared to ducking out completely. I mean, what the fuck ever happened to whatever you need, whenever you need me? Because I wasn't eating. Wasn't nothing in the fridge but condiments, or else maybe I'd get lucky enough to be eating fucking ramen again. How could you do me like this? You choose your friends as family? You go and change your mind again? Yeah, I've been better, but I've been so alone. Not to mention the loneliness still, but I ain't the only one home. I was fearing my feels, because I was feeling my fears. But you ride a tiger till it tires, you gotta break its fucking spirit before yours does. Survival of the fittest. Why I don't want to go. I just never fucking fit in. I wasn't one of them. Still, I never really relented. Just gotta start keeping watch of who I'm asking for forgiveness, because I'll give him blood for someone who would spit in my mouth when I was dying of thirst. All the while wondering, could I ever get better when all I do is make it worse? Just wait. And it was so cold while shooting ice in your veins. There wasn't no explanation for the pain at first. Somehow the cure became the curse. And don't you remember? I spent that whole night just mapping you out at first. I would have spent my whole life exploring that town with you if it weren't for the bout of impending doom, the curse you couldn't cure. Is there a doctor in the house? The beauty in the etu brute. I hope you know what I mean, because I don't even have the words today. Not like you hear a word I say. But they said the best revenge is living well. I'm gonna get you back. Someday. You won't see me in hell, babe. I know you'll find your own way. And I guess you won't fight about it, because we yours were fighters. Had to tuss it out, we battled. Wanted something worth living for, and wound up settling for a death rattle. Towers of crumble, towers of battle, miscommunication. That was it to your accent, it's just live TV. Mine is a mumble, you never know what I mean. When the bees in the trap, trap the bees in the trap, trap the bees. And God will save the queen, right? And God will save the queen of hearts. I'm done pretending to be your suicide king. And we both know I've always been wild card. Morning clerk. I write you love songs, but you keep breaking my heart. It's just these sad songs. Don't you hate this part? When you wake up in the morning, you see what you done did, can't be undid. Fucking up again. Of course we done did everything that we said that we wouldn't. But that shit was in the past, it should stay that way, shouldn't it? It's like our bodies were temples of excavated ruins. But the continuum continued on until our real name sounded just like music. And every time I get in the flow state, she hums the vibration. I get out my low state. I got her shaking. I'm shaking. It's burning up in here. I'm shaking, she's shaking, it's burning up in here. I'm shaking, she's shaking, it's burning. It's burning us. That old song. When happiness writes white, I would prefer the blank. When happiness writes white, I would prefer a blank page to the misery that loves the company of thieves. You're just a wolf in sheep's clothing, a dog that don't know it's off its leash. Withholding my comments till the end, the addendum, a red rum. A singular murder is a crow, trying to go it alone, and we were both dead wrong. But a rose by any other name is still that same song you used to sing sweetly under your heavy breath. A revenant and a remnant of a lost cause. When you come again, won't you do it in soft prose? Because the saying goes, what comes around again, goes around again, and it comes, and it goes. No ring around my rosy complexion, put a posy in my pocket, I'm here, seeking resurrection. Your sickness and remission, but the land of the lost souls expects you back again. I've missed your presence, as much as I've been a man on a mission. I'm published with the whole world's my submission. Essential essence, that fusion got them smelling me different. Didn't have opposable thumbs when we first met. Our names were sung as music, and we forgot the words, but I still remember the tune of it. And it's you I hum to calm myself. And the buzz muffled it out. I said, I don't like your tone, but I could give you something to moan about. At least I would if I wasn't stuck here in my mama's house. We all make our choices, lest they make us complacent. I'm prying now, no longer in stasis, seeking oasis, back to basics. But you've always been so extra, extra. Read all about it. I don't. It still is what it is, no matter how wrong the heart wants what it wants. Just wish you weren't sleeping next to him, trying to recall the lyrics to our old song. But you know me, and I'll wait forever. That is, if you aren't too long. Freedom or loneliness. Phantoms of Thanatos. I've seen a ghost with your death mask. Painted cheeks, defeat. It's the flavor of the week. I've lost my taste for that bitter belief. Just give me that fire, baby. Give me that heat. What are the secrets that you keep? It's killing me softly. I can't sleep it off. It's exhausting. If these walls could talk, they would scream out your name. Guess I'm always to blame. Cause I come running towards you when I should walk away. That pit in my stomach, a forbidden fruit. All the future I stole from my youth. If you wanted the truth, I was like, give me the loot. But it's fool's gold. I know how this will go. It's the same old, same old. I always tell on myself, you never do what you're told. I will not name names. Ain't nobody blameless. We're both playing games. Are you playing for keeps? Are you playing to win? Have my fill getting spun. You seem ready to spin. If I touch you, maybe I'll always want you, but I forego my needs. Does it haunt you to know that my dreams turn to nightmares? And when the world ends, I'll be right there, stuck in your night's air, waiting for light just to blind me. And I'll lead the way, the naked behind me. You say it, you fake it. I know better. It's time I behave. Dig up out of this grave. I think our old song, it's been overplayed. Been here before. I can find my own way. If there's nothing to be said, I got nothing to say. Wormholes. I knew you were a time traveler. That morning you awoke with laugh lines. You never smiled that much for me. The morning after the crow's feet appeared, I sensed the end was near. Wished I had read between the lines sooner. A little overeager to appear that nothing was wrong, but nothing was right. If I could go back in time, I'd travel to that last night hike on the boardwalk. Your eyes always seemed to adjust quicker than mine. But you'd take my hand and I'd trust that even if I slipped and plunged into the water, you'd never let me drown. Here now, watering log, your last kiss still on the tip of my tongue. Just say goodbye, not as an act of goodbye. Witching hour. Potato salad recalls and cyber trucks. Which four zodiac signs have an advantage in the apocalypse? Choose your friends wisely. Some of them believe in that shit. Oh shit. Sometimes I kind of believe in that shit. Shit, sometimes I don't believe in nothing. Not everything is shit. Sometimes I believe in everything. I just don't want nothing to do with it. Maybe your scales could help balance my bullshit weighing heavy on me. What am I supposed to do with it? Alright, give me a 3-card spread on how I'd be better off dead. We're going with that again. Or with the double-speak semantics, and we don't even know that we're not arguing. Shit, it's more than lost in translation. We've lost the language. We've lost the patience for eloquence in the name of arrogance, extravagance. Up shit's creek without a paddle. You don't have to swim. You can trudge through it. Just wash it off, kid. Ain't like you've never been wet before. Great beat. In a past life, I drowned in a flood of maple syrup. Or at least that's what I tell myself when situations get sticky. See, I trained for this. Keep my wits about me, the gains that keep stacking up. Now I've cut my losses. They don't make them like me anymore. That's why I had to make myself do it. All it takes is a willingness to get a little bit sticky and the tenacity to stick to it. Just got 2 more. Shifting shapes. The first step of shape shifting is to exhaust all other options. Past what the seer saw, the thinker thought, the somersault of cycles, spinning through the cosmic constellations forwards, onwards. Suspend all disbelief. Disengage allegiance to words you've been taught to wonder, and then confront again the urge to plunder and pillage and ponder the what-ifs that make you consider what is may not be so. The second step is just to go, slowly, full throttle, into the stillness. The third step is redacted. Even if I could tell you, you wouldn't be able to listen. The sound of metamorphosis is not within the range a human ear can interpret. Plus, the final step is the realization that to shapeshift, all you have to do is exist. It's become who you want to be, though. But you gotta do that with intention. So, the first time that I came to an open mic at the Writers Guild was February last year. So, to be doing a feature here just a year later is awesome. To be the treasurer of the Writers Guild a year later is amazing. And the first time I ever read any poetry in front of anybody at all was at the Bloomington Poetry Slam, which is happening tonight. And we got, sorry to call you out, Sully, but we got one of the hosts back here. Awesome to have you here. So just sincerely, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for allowing the space to exist because it is so needed and so loved. This poem is called Pay Dirt. I try never to fall into pessimism, but I have an unhealthy dose of unsure how to cope and heavy skepticism for a system of control with little to no resistance or reflow. Because we all know the cage we're in seems safer than the consequence of dealing with it. Deciding there's no one to blame but our rivals who take every chance to mask up their disguises and paint a smile on. Pretending any one of us might survive this alone. The piling on of the pylons, pointing fingers at bygones as a means of an excuse with no recuse. An ocean hardly explored, full of refuse. Lambasting the bastards of some ass-backward scheme to hold a candle that's burning on both ends until it burns everything. Between the lines of heaven and earth lies the firmament. You take a stance to give them a chance to stay firm on it, and then you shrug and say, it's not my problem, it's Atlas's. Craving a disaster since pointing a finger is easier than accounting for pennies on a dollar, nickeling and diming each other when we could be providing one another with love. Because tolerance is just another word for if you don't push, then I won't shove. An inability to see this life for what it really was, what it is, an opportunity to live until we die, not to die a little more inside every day that we live. So what's the worst case? They take it all away? Not without resistance. We can't take it with us anyway. You won't even own the grave you're buried in. Future generations digging up a box of sin just to see some brittle bones and scribe for a better future with them. With every answer finding an infinite amount more questions. But you can treat it all as a challenge or as a lesson. Self-actualization is the only method of turning a curse into a blessing. Because every messenger must die, but they can never kill the message. Thank you.
Clear up your mess.
You need to carry around like a little portable fire with you.